Oh, yeah. Comic Artist Pros Secrets. My name's Ethan Van Sciver. Welcome. Welcome to ComicsGate Live. Happy to have you here. Beautiful, beautiful South New Jersey. Coming to you live on a Wednesday evening. Good goddamn. I love it. I love YouTube. I love this show. And I love you guys. I do. Welcome. Hey, Justin Miller. Hey, Hatch 450SX. Good to see you. P Money, Legendary Uriah. Matt Nolan, Spike and Madness. All my friends. John, hello. All my members. Margaret Miracle. Jerome Gedzinski. Love you guys. Thanks for joining the channel. We got kind of a big show. How do you like that for hype? We got kind of a big show. We got sort of a big show. I mean, we got some stuff to talk about. Very exciting stuff is going on right now. Today. Was it this morning? I don't know. Disicoro, thanks for $1. Oh, I love it. I'm getting super chats already. I barely said anything. And you guys are already showing me love. I do appreciate it. Hello, Dread Pirate M. Hello, Dread Cthulhu. Hello, Lama Gigante and Manic Boy Productions. Appreciate it. Today's a big day. Today is the day. And some of you have been waiting for this for a long time. Today is the day that John Malin launched Graveyard Shift 2, everyone. Graveyard Shift 2 is finally up, and I've been waiting for this because I loved Graveyard Shift 1. I loved it. I like these characters. I like this concept. This is John Malin doing what he does best. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he does best. He's actually drawn his comic book about kind of Universal-esque. It's like the Universal monsters if they were the X-Men, essentially. This is what John was meant to do. This looks like something Rob Liefeld would have come up with in his prime when he was still Rob Liefeld, whatever he is now. I'm not sure what he is now. But this looks fantastic. Look how badass that is. Look at this vampire dude with 2 guns. How the hell do you not absolutely love this book? You got to love it. And I hope you back it. I hope you actually do back this comic book. Make John Malin, the success that he needs to be. I want to get this book up. Well, I think it deserves to be at $200,000, frankly. That's where I would like to see it. I'm optimistic, maybe. Call me an optimistic. Maybe I'm realistic. Maybe I'm even pessimistic. Maybe Graveyard Shift Volume 2 is going to do even better than that. We'll see. Today is also the day the Jawbreakers God King broke the 6-figure young lady line. It's at $100,517. This is great news. It happened, a little bit after the first week. It only took like 8 days. 8 days for your boys act to hit $100,000. That's much faster. This is moving along at a great clip. And again, what does this show people? I mean, it just shows, ComicsGate that, there's hope. You can do this too. These campaigns are improving. It's like so far, every second campaign has been bigger than the first campaign. If you look at it, if you look very carefully, if you scrutinize. Unhinged Crank, thanks for $2. He says, hail Caesar, hail Wolf Milk. Absolutely. Zach's campaign's doing better. I think Graveyard Shift 2 is doing better. Obviously, Earthworm Jim is doing better than Bigfoot Bill. Lone Star 2 did better than Lone Star 1. It's very, very exciting. Makes me nervous about Rainbow Brute. Makes me a little nervous about Rainbow the Brute. But yeah, it looks like now, according to this, I'm going to be doing a cover for God King, for Jawbreaker's God King. I think we passed that. I think we passed that mark now. So I will be doing the cover to. This was awkward because, first of all, I love the artist here. I love Zach's new artist. Zach says, "Do you want to do a cover for this?" And I'm trying to kind of feel out where he stands about it. I'm like, is he just seeing it? Like he doesn't want to hurt my feelings. He really likes this new artist, dude. And he's like, he'd rather have this guy do the cover, but he does like then he doesn't want to insult me. Like what? I said, Zach, you do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I don't have to do a cover for your book. I don't have to. But I think I'm willing to. I would want to. I would definitely want to. So it turns out I am going to do the cover, and I wish that Zach would actually do variant covers on his comics. He says, "Well, I will. I'm going to, get one campaign done completely perfectly on time before I start to try to do other kind of experimental things." I guess so. Runs from a snake. Thanks for $5. I see you have Cyberfrog, but do you got Battletoads for the Wii? I don't got no Battletoads. I don't have a Wii. I got no Wii. Yeah. Cali Be at Night says, "Yeah, boy, Comics Matter with your boy Zach. Congratulations." I don't know if Zach is in here right now. I didn't see, but the link is in the description. Oh, there he is. He says, "Yeah, boy." If you haven't backed the campaign yet, now's the time to do it. Let's push this thing forward. I would love to get this thing to 110 maybe by the end of the week. I think that's realistic. I think that's a realistic goal. Hey, we got a new member, Steve Sofner. Hey, thanks for joining. Muerte Annunciata says, "I sent you an email." Muerte, I got it, and it's on its way. I have been a total bum, but don't worry about it. I will take care of you tomorrow, absolutely tomorrow. And thank you very much. Thank you for all of your support, and thank you guys for all of your support. All right, so we got some stuff going on right now. I don't know. First of all, I don't know what's going on with this guy here. Let's go over this one first. This is Bleeding Cool. I don't know why this website still exists. I really don't know. One day I'm going to own this website. One day this website is going to be mine, and I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to fire everyone. I'm going to fire them into the sun. When I buy Bleeding Cool and I fire everyone and tear it into a million pieces, it's going to be the ultimate contribution to the comic book industry. Nothing that I've ever done before. Nothing that I've ever done before and nothing that I ever will do could ever compare to the kindness I will show this industry by buying Bleeding fucking Cool and destroying it. This is the worst website filled with the worst people on the face of the earth. And I say that, Jude Terror, I say that with all due deference. But this is absolute garbage. This is a website that exists solely to troll people, to get revenge, to threaten people. This is all about Rich Johnson's little vendetta against his enemies. He thinks he's being funny. He thinks he's being cute, but we see you, pal. Rich Johnson, your face looks like my balls. What is going on with you? What is going on with your filthy, filthy home? Stop inviting people to come clean your house. Stop it. Nobody wants all this garbage. Nobody's coming to scoop this up. It's not going to happen. Stop giving people your address and telling them to come clean your filthy house. That's right. Vader's Force Ghost says Ethan is a mega level artist. There's a blue-haired land whale there. J-Gat says death to Bleeding Cool. Death to Bleeding Cool. Thank you. The Buzz General says this is inciting undue hatred. Wrong. It's more than due. It's overdue. Well, I don't know what this guy's doing. Look, this coming weekend is crunch time at Casa Johnson. Potentially ahead of a house moving scenario, he's being evicted. I'm having to clear out. So if you find yourself in Southwest London in need of a brew and fancying a nose round of other people's stuff, can you imagine digging out? Can you imagine your own private episode of Hoarders going through Rich Johnson's stuff? I'm getting rid of lots of graphic novels, comics, books, and toys. Thousands and thousands of them. Come by, see what you fancy. Think of a fair price and then cut it by 75%. I need the stuff out here and I need money to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I'm coming with a delousing hose. Spraying you with a delousing hose first. Any dealers are the kind of people with large vans who want to look around first. I should be around most of the week. This is on a website. This is on your news. This is on your news website. Why is a personal ad to come clear out the home that you're probably being kicked out into the street from? El Guapo Comics says, here's some money towards taking down Bleeding Cool. Thank you. Every little bit counts. Why are you using Bleeding Cool? Why are you using Bleeding Cool, an industry news source? Why are you using Bleeding Cool as a personal ad? Why are you doing this? This is absurd. So this guy's mad at me, and he's passive-aggressively taking swipes at me. Everybody is. I mean, everybody takes swipes at me. Everybody does. People Circus says he has a reverse Hitler mustache. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know, some people say, like, put the camera to look better, just raise the camera up. Like, if you're going to take a selfie, raise the camera up. This guy has the camera so high it's behind his head, and he still looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. All right. Here's why I'm mad. Some people may be saying, why are you mad? Dookie12 says, everybody's streaming right now. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. But I got to do, by the way, I'm doing another show tonight. I'm doing Billy Tucci's show, Crowdfunding Comics. I'll be hosting that tonight. I don't know why they asked me to do that. But I'm going to do it because Billy Tucci wants me to do it. He's in San Diego. I will make myself available to interview somebody about crowdfunding comics. Sure, why not? That's what I want to do. All right. So anyway, here we go. Vampires are the new Negroes. This is another article on Bleeding Cool today. Terrible T says, EVS, you mad, bro? No, I'm feeling good. A little itchy. I have a bug bite on my leg. I'm fine. Vampires are the new Negroes. Priest of Vampirella #1 puts her in the chair and changes logos. Vampirella puts her in the chair and changes logos. Vampirella #1 is Dynamite's big anniversary revamp of the classic Warren comic book character from Priest and Ergun Gunduz. What a great name. Micah D2 says, gotta go EVS. Trump is coming on. Keep kicking soy butt. Well, thank you for $2. Is Trump coming on, really? Oh, interesting. Vampirella's anniversary Dynamite issue, the 50th anniversary of San Diego Comic-Con, and all part of what we're calling Monster Wednesday here at Bleeding Cool. And we have a psychiatric episode as few of the survivors of a major plane crash are put on the couch to see if they're okay. And Vampirella is only going along with this because she knows this is all spoilers. This is all spoilers. You look like a vampire, quack like a vampire, stranded on a planet where your very existence is condemned by every moral standard. This is the headlock you're in, girl. Christopher Priest is good. Vampires are the new Negroes. Welcome to my world. It's a world without barbers. Although Vampirella #1 will only go so far, it may be notable that this is how the opening double-page splash once looked in the previews. Look at this. Affirm. Yes. We're going to do this. We're going to talk about this in Bleeding Cool. We're going to talk about the OK symbol. The OK sign has proved controversial of late. In 2017, it was the center of an online prank by posters on 4chan to flood Twitter and other social media websites, claiming that the OK hand sign is a symbol of white supremacy as part of a campaign dubbed Operation OKKK. I didn't know that. That's funny. In May of 2017, the Anti-Defamation League stated that it had become a popular gesture used by people across several segments of the right who generally try to use it to trigger reactions from opponents, but also warning against bias-related pranks. For example, here's Ethan Van Sciver, who purchased one of the retailer creator-exclusive covers to Vampirella #1 and sold No, not Vampirella #1. It was Vampirella and the Reanimator #1. I didn't do Vampirella #1 yet, but I will. I'm going to. And sold nearly $70,000 worth. Rich Johnson, almost $70,000 worth. We brought in $68,000 for Vampirella and the Reanimator #1, and that is the power of ComicsGate. It's amazing. It's the kind of power that sends you to WWE Extreme Rules, best seats possible. And here I am. Look, I'm doing this. Okay, these seats are good. These seats are all right. I'm digging these seats. Perfectly normal. Well, on publication, Vampirella has changed. Yeah, they changed it from this, which is the OK symbol, to eagle wings. I don't know what Rich is thinking here. Does he think eagle wings have nothing to do at all, like under any context, with Nazism? Look that up. That's what Google is for. All other Vampirella changes, however, seem to be to her origin. Maybe doubting her psychoanalyst is right. Okay, so Vampirella #1. This is fantastic. It's in stores now. It's in stores right now. Go out and get it in stores today, July 17th. And those of you who ordered it, I really do appreciate it. That was absolutely fantastic. And he says, I'm still using, this guy says, I'm still using the OK sign. I don't care what some stupid message alt-writers want to push. They can go f themselves. Yeah, that's right. And I feel the same way. I'm using the OK symbol too. I don't care what alt-writers do. I don't care what alt-writers want to do. I'm hanging out with cosplayers of Red Skull at San Diego Comic-Con and making the OK symbol. I don't care. I don't care what alt-writers want to say. I'm doing what I want to do. It's perfectly innocent. All right, so very good. Thank you, Rich Johnson. Again, I guess we're getting to. We're having a little slap fight back and forth. It's very subtle. I think only you and I know what's going on. But it's pretty soy-based and weird. Do you want me to send a dumpster over? Do you need help? Do you need like people to actually come in and throw all this stuff in a big dumpster for you? You can do that. You can rent a dumpster, maybe $300. What's that, like 180 pounds, 200 pounds in England, and then just throw all this stuff away. You don't have to have strangers come over to your house, dude. You don't have to do that. Not at all. All right, Daisy Ridley doesn't think disgruntled Star Wars fans need to be so vicious. This is a new article on MovieWeb. MovieWeb is MovieWeb's a website that always makes fun of me. So I'm saying there are two websites in a row that cannot produce articles, news articles, without making reference to me. And people say, why are you a narcissist? Why? Not everything's about you. No, everything is about me. Turns out most things are about me. Yeah. Fox B5 says, you're okay, Ethan, in my book. Thank you. And it's the OK symbol. I appreciate that. Mark Krall says, really? Eagle Wings has nothing to do with the Third Reich? I'm thinking about the Reich Sadler or Reich. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know how to pronounce that stuff. But yes, of course, Eagle Wings are more directly related to Nazism. Daisy is kind of hot, says Jose Sarango. You think so? I can't look at her that way. I don't think she's hot. I'm tired of her face. I don't like her. I don't like any of these new characters in Star Wars. I don't like it. I like this guy, though. I'm looking forward to the day that they do a Cobra Kai-styled series where the Emperor was the good guy all along and everybody else was the bully. That's what I want. I'm not asking for much. Daisy Ridley wishes Star Wars fans would have a more positive discussion revolving around the iconic franchise. Well, we all do. Whenever we do something that's not very good, that people don't like, we all wish people would have a more positive discussion about it. Yeah. Fox B5 says, hey, Papa Ethan, what do you think of Spawn? I love Todd McFarlane, but that doesn't mean I necessarily like Spawn, at least now. I like it when he's drawing it. I like everything Todd McFarlane does. David Sutherland says, thank you for your awesomeness, and he gives me $2. You're welcome. Oh, I love it. I'm so happy to see all the green names. Matt Wenger is here. Matt, you are the best, dude. I got to tell you something. I watch your channel and I love the stuff that you do. Your channel is hilarious. You're hilarious. Very, very cool. It's good to have you in here. Margaret Miracle, of course, does great work. K Sis says Daisy is attractive. Her teeth scare me, but I'd bang her. That's always a concern. You know. Yeah. All right. So 2015's The Force Awakens came out in a new era for social media and sharing opinions. While the movie was mostly well received by longtime fans and newcomers alike, there have been more than a few diehards online who continually bash the new sequel trilogy and everything about it. That's me. More than a few. I'm one of them. I'm one of the more than a few. The Last Jedi has become arguably the most divisive movie in the franchise's long history. With that being said, Ridley doesn't have time for the negativity. That's good. Alan Walker says, Uncle E, can't wait for Cyberpunk. Oh, did you guys see? I actually posted on my Twitter. Let me see here. Posted on my Twitter pictures of stuff that I got today. What did I get today? Oh, this is me at San Diego Comic-Con right now, by the way. If you see me, say hi. You know, I've got a mask on, so, you know, people don't recognize me. But this is me walking around San Diego Comic-Con. Here's a nice picture of a pie. Here's my my poster that I'm plastering all over the township. I am Hope. I hope you like that. Oh, here we go. Look at this. This is the print. This looks absolutely gorgeous. It's huge in real life. It's 18 by 24 inches. I'm going to be spending most of tomorrow signing these. I'm going to be doing a bunch of autographs, signing these, signing the Vampirella books, and getting those shipped out to you guys. So that's going to be tomorrow. But this looks really, really, really good, and it's so nice. I got one of them. This is the one that I have, and I'm going to frame it and I'm going to hang it in my office. That's how nice I think it is. Over here, of course, they keep giving me trading cards. I've got 5 crates of trading cards now that are not foil wrapped. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do with these? And they're just like, whatever you want. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with these. I guess I'll make them a perk in the next campaign. You know, Wrecked Planet, in case anyone didn't get them. And this is the bookmark right here. We got the bookmarks in. The sticker should be in soon. I think they said the sticker will be in by the end of the week. And that book, the book is going to be in. It's going to be in Monday or Tuesday now. It's coming from Canada, as it turns out. It's coming from Canada. I thought it was coming from Pennsylvania, but no, it's made up of component parts. So it's coming from Canada. I'm going to have books to show you guys Monday or Tuesday, and I can't wait. These are going to be special edition copies of Cyberpunk Blood Honey Galley editions, and we'll go through them. Well, I'll kind of show. I don't know if I'm not going to spoil them, but I'll just show you kind of what they look like. It'll be fun. Yeah, very happy. Just happy to see Cyberpunk stuff. You know, Grand Inquisitor says Emperor Palpatine did nothing wrong. I mean, he didn't do that much wrong. You know, go back and look. You know, he mostly just laughed and said, yes, that's what I do. That's what I do. Yes. Yes. Daniel Parker says Disney is doing to Star Wars what Hasbro did to the Transformers in the 80s, killing off favorite characters to make room for the new ones. Sons of bees. Crazy Manor 2003 says GS2 is the gold standard for tier presentation. What's GS2? Graveyard Shift? Oh, all right. Let's go through it. I'll go through that with you in a second. Let me finish up the news. Cider Hype, thanks for $5, says page 1 line art of Star Supreme is almost done. CG Delta launches the Deltaverse collab channel this weekend. It's so damn good to be indie. I agree, man. It is really, really fun. It's fun. You know, I love summertime ComicsGate. I get so happy about it. I spent a long time on the phone with Zach today talking about plans, and everyone's happy. Like all these campaigns are outperforming last year. John David says my ooey gooey butter pie was good. Well, that's thank you for sharing that with me. Appreciate it. Well, you didn't share it with me. I didn't have any, but thank you for that, for letting me know. All right, so she doesn't have time for any negativity. Rise of Skywalker is set. I immediately see my name, and I didn't even think my name was in this. I just thought there was, okay. Rise of Skywalker is set to hit theaters at the end of the year, and the Phantom Menace, led by people like Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers, not anymore. Hold on, not anymore. Jeremy, as you know, quit the High Council last night. We'll talk about that a little bit. And Uncle Ethan Van Sciver at Comic Artist Pro Secrets are already having a field day with it. What about Jeff Hicks? What about Anna, that Star Wars girl? Why do I always have to be the one who's having a field day? Daisy Ridley is all for fans sharing their opinions and their passion about the Star Wars franchise, but she believes there's another way to go about it. Well, what, BitChute? I mean, what are you talking about? When it comes down to it, the actress wishes people would be less vicious. I can be less vicious. Cracklin says, my theory, Leia will sacrifice herself to resurrect Luke through the Force. Thoughts? Leia will sacrifice herself to her. No. I mean, it's just, no. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that cool. That would be cool, though. And fun fact, you can type Star Wars on your keyboard with just your left hand. That's true. That's good, because my right hand's usually busy. I mean, anyway, she explains. It's great that people are expressive of their views. It's great. John David says, I bought it in your honor. Thank you. Kavoth says, is it possible to see the coins again? And what other Cyberpunk products are you making? Yeah, I got the coins here. Hold on a second. They're all lined up under my computer. Let me turn on the stop sharing. And then what? Then we do this, and then we turn on the camera. And boom, there they all are. There are the coins. And there's another one, but it's not in yet. These are the coins. You flip them around. They're gold 50-cent pieces on the back. I have them under my computer so I can stare at them when I'm working. Just stare at the gold, the pretty gold coins. And these are going to be available as extra perks for the trading card set that we're going to be launching soon. As soon as the minute like the first person gets Cyberfrog Blood Honey in their hands, you know, meaning that fulfillment is underway, we're going to start launching more campaigns for Cyberfrog merchandise. Lots of merchandise. Okay. Thank you for asking to see those. Those are important. They said, I'm like surprised. People really like the coins a lot more than I thought they would. I thought the coins would just be a nice bonus, you know, but people, it turns out people really like the coins. Yeah. All right. What goes on here? Let me catch up with the chat. New member, Zoomed 1975. Thanks for joining the channel. Those of you who haven't joined the channel yet, all you have to do is go over, hit that join button next to subscribe, and you will be a channel member. Your name will turn green. You will be privileged, honored. You will be treated with the respect that you always believed you deserved, but never received. The respect. Hunter, they'll be treated with respect. How you doing? Good. Jake Foley says, hard not to be vicious when you're called a misogynist for not liking the damn Space Wizard movie. That's a good point. That's a good counter argument that you could throw into the face of Daisy Ridley Ray. Okay. All right. Zoom 1975 says, hello, you have a great channel, EBS. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's great that people are expressive of their views, but this is people's jobs. People worked really, really hard on that thing. You know what? People worked really, really hard on The Room, right? People work really, really hard on the toilet sometimes. You know what I mean? If they do. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's deserving, the end product is deserving of respect. All right, thank you. Unhinged Crank says, you missed my super chat. Oh my God. Well, don't get any more unhinged. I'll go back and find it. I promise you I will. You know, I always go back and do another sweep through of the super chats, so don't worry about it. I'm trying to read them live as we go here, just so you know. Jersey Devil, thanks for $5. Check the Cyberfrog Wikipedia character section and tell me if I got anything wrong. No membership for me, but you know I'm out here. Here's $5. Jersey Devil, you could have spent that $5 as a member. That's all you needed to become a member for 1 month, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. People did work really hard on Mork and Mindy. Everyone works hard. I know. People have jobs. Coffee Thunder says, you're surprised how well received the coins are? They're beautiful. So I completely understand why they've gone down so well. Yeah, no, they are really, really beautiful. I just didn't think comic book people would want to collect coins, but yeah, they do want to collect them. So we are going to make them available. We may make more, and don't worry. And thank you guys. You know, I'm going to be able to offer them all as a set. Initially, and still, the plan is that you're going to get 1 coin for every expensive as hell pack of Cyberfrog cards. Now, the reason why the cards are so expensive as hell is because every single pack of cards has guaranteed 2 original drawings from ComicsGators artists, like hand-drawn cards. Maybe even for me, I'm contributing 200 cards, hand-drawn cards to the set. Okay, so you'll get 2 of those, and then you'll get a coin. You'll get a coin, and these cards are really, really beautiful. Where did I put the sample? Oh, hold on one second. All right, I'm back. I had to get this. Now let me see if I could set this up and make it look nice so you guys can be in awe of what we're talking about here. Sometimes you guys need to see samples. Sometimes you guys need to see illustrations of things, you know, to completely understand what I'm referring to. So we're going to do the next campaign that I'm launching, the merch campaign that I'm launching, is the Cyberfrog Deluxe Premium. Let me turn on the camera. Deluxe Premium. That sucks. Why does... How do I do this to make it look better? I got light in the way. Where's the light coming from? The light is coming from up here, is it? No, that made it worse. Oh, the light's coming from here. Okay. These are the Deja Thoris Deluxe Premium trading cards here, as you can see. This is what a crate of them is going to look like. They're going to be... The Cyberfrog set is going to look like this. Now, a crate of these things is very expensive. Most people are probably not going to get them. Most people are probably just going to buy a pack of these cards, although you're welcome. You are quite welcome. You can see my computer over here. You're quite welcome to buy an entire crate if you want to. So inside here, this is what the product is going to look like, guys. Inside here, this is a pack of Deja Thoris Deluxe Ultra Premium trading cards. This is 1 pack in the set, okay? You can see it's wrapped up. It's in a nice box. Let's open this. Let's open this together. Now, this box, by the way, these cards, this is about $100 for this pack of cards. So as you can see, there are a lot inside here. There are a lot of cards, a lot of packs of cards. I'm not going to open them. I wouldn't do that. DJ Kong says, people worked really, really hard on the Hindenburg. That is true, my friend. That didn't go over well. Well, I mean, you know, people stopped using hydrogen as much. I think that's good. All right, I'm trying to get this plastic off. You shouldn't get plastic. You shouldn't tear plastic with your teeth. You know, you shouldn't do that. Once you're past the age of 10, you really should have better manners. All right, so this is what it looks like without the plastic. You open it up, and inside is a beautiful pack of cards. So this will be a pack of Cyberfrog cards. See the little container here. And we're going to open up this pack of cards, and we're going to see what's in it. This is crazy, guys. New member says, welcome the ballroom photographer. No, I'm sorry. The ballroom photographer is a new member, I should say. Thank you for joining. Frank Valero says, Ethan, will you look at the picture of my bulldog Ellie I just tweeted you? She had eye surgery, and I'm looking for some good vibes. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Vader's Force Ghost says, I can't wait to get my Uncle E. It's on its way. Starblade Neo says, so all of a sudden these people care about other people's jobs? What hypocrites? David Sutherland says, Ethan works hard on his fitness. I know. That's not paying off either. Peter Mayer says, $2 to my pal EVS just to say I love you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's open up this pack of cards and see what's in it. Oh, Kay Brady says, all of these actor a-holes talking peaceful dialogue now because they were called out for their crap behavior for the past year and tanking money? Yeah, same thing with the comic book industry. You know, same thing with the comic book industry. All right, so here we go. Let's open this pack of cards and see what's in it. And if you're a Deja Thoris fan, this is a delight. By the way, look at this box art. This is fantastic. It's fabulous. All right. I like it. I can't wait until there's a Cyberfrog box that looks like that. Okay. So inside a tip, 1 single pack of cards. What is this? Deja Thoris, The Gardens of Mars. Okay, 2 of 3. Special card. Here's a puzzle card piece. Let's see what this is. This must be one of the set. I think there are usually 18 cards to a set. You've got an autograph card. This is Joseph Linsner. So you've got Joseph Linsner's autograph here. That guy's great, man. And now you've got original art. You've got 2 sketch cards by 2 different artists. And they're signed on the back. Why is this gorilla eating her butt? He's going to eat her butt. I see. The guy's name is Matt Buddish. And a gorilla's eating this woman's butt. Yeah. In any case, we got great. I just got Kyung's cards in. I got Matt Cosen's cards in. They're absolutely beautiful. Andrea and I looked at them and just pawed through them all, and they just look terrific. So these are, these are the. This is a pack of cards, and you can order as many as you want. In this case, you will be getting a pack of cards that's Cyberfrog based, and then you will get a Cyberfrog coin, as you can see over here. You'll also receive one of these coins, kind of instead of a stick of gum, and that's kind of how I think of it. You know, there you go. That's the thing. Agent Jeremy says, cannot blame the gorilla. Nice butt. I guess not. You know. Kyung does epic cards. Dude, you have to see Kyung's card. And Matt Coulson also. Some of the best cards. Jake Rear did a bunch. So many great cards. Mike S. Miller did a bunch. Mike S. Miller did like 25 of them, and they're all amazing. So, you know, we're pretty excited about it. Michael Ross says, people worked really hard on the Wizard of Oz sequel. Only 5 people showed up to see. Yeah, that's a bad thing when you're trying to make a sequel to Wizard of Oz. Welcome, new member. Oh, Tweeter Trash just became a new member. Hey, I like your stuff, man. You're fun. Richie W is a new member. Thank you. Welcome. Zeranx, thanks for $5. Not familiar with Deja Thoris, but I am a fan of angering feminists, and Deja Thoris will do it. Oh, people love Deja Thoris. I think she's related to John Carter of Mars. That whole franchise. She is cool. New member, Earth Citizen 9. Welcome. Appreciate you. Edwin Boyette says the Cyberfrog cards are gorgeous. Yeah, we have a secret kind of Twitter room in which people are showing off their cards as they go. You know, Kanan White is doing a bunch. Everybody's doing Cyberfrog cards. Jim Cox says the coin won't be in the pack, will it? No, it'll be in the. See, remember the box that I showed you? So it'll be in the box itself, I believe, with a little certificate. But the box will be specially designed. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. The coin will not bend the cards or damage the cards in any way. John Malin says mine are more amazing than Mike's. Yeah, I kind of, you know, have I seen John? Have you done any? I don't even know if I've seen yours. I mean, I'm perfectly willing to say that anything that you do is more amazing than Mike. Direwolf 47 says, Ethan, you have a big box for me at your post office. If it's too big to fit in your P.O. box, make sure to ask them. It's fragile, so keep it upright. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. People Circus says, does Mike's come with hair? You want hair with his cards? You don't want, you only think you want that. It's disgusting. All right, let's keep looking here. Why do I get brought up? This is what bothers me. These guys, the garbage tier media, write articles and they bring me up. Like nobody knows who I am. All right, so let's not be so vicious. People worked really, really hard on that thing. I think there's a way of having a discussion that isn't so vicious. Daisy Ridley left social media after sharing an anti-gun post, getting attacked by thousands of people. Maybe don't fight against people's rights to self-defense. That's probably the best thing. Probably don't share tweets. Probably don't tweet things that tell people they don't have the right to defend themselves. I think that would be smart. Unhinged Crank says, Joe Jusko's Deja is spectacular. I must agree. Casey says, I know who you are, Evan Van Skybird. I know. All right. John Mallon says, I showed him on stream. I don't remember. I got to go back and look. I turned in a bunch of sketch cards today, paying everybody. Cracklin says, do you have a shirt with most humble man? Uh, do I have a shirt with most humble man? Do I sell one? No, I have a Soy Boy shirt, though. Brand new Soy Boy shirt. All right, so the online platforms became too toxic for her, and the same thing happened with her Rise of Skywalker co-star Kelly Marie Tran. However, the actress believes that it goes both ways. Oh, does she? Hey, Hunter, can you hand me a rock star out of the fridge, please? Oh, does she? Noting there is, quote, God complex that some people have, mostly me. When posting things on social media and getting positive reinforcement from gaining followers and quote likes. It's not a God complex. It's dopamine. It's called dopamine. People get dopamine hits. Thank you, son. People get dopamine hits from posting garbage on social media and getting likes. I know I do. Whenever anyone likes anything I tweet, I'm like, they like me. You know, it's like my dad didn't like me so much, but these strangers do on Twitter. Hooray. Hooray. People Circus says dope and mean. That's correct. David Sutherland says, you said please. You were very polite. He's my kid. He deserves respect. Margaret Miracle says, dope a mean, you dopes. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Why does the cat come down here now? Why does my office have to be a meeting place for cats? Why does it have to be a meeting ground for feline citizens? Okay. All right. So when posting things on social media and getting positive reinforcement, in the end, she decided to leave it all behind and focus on her work. The Rise of Skywalker is going to be the final movie in the Skywalker saga and could very well be the end of the line for Daisy Ridley, too. I hope so. She's already confirmed she won't have any part in Rian Johnson's upcoming trilogy, which isn't going to happen, or D.B. Weiss and David Benioff's trilogy either. Ridley has to be pretty exhausted after spending so much time with the franchise and trying to keep the fans happy. It's not an easy job. And it will probably be a relief when the promotional tour for the movie is complete. Well, I want her to be relieved. Twitter Trash says, what up, Ethan? I'm about to walk into my local comic shop wearing my Cyberfrog shirt and all caps hat. God bless you. He says, let's see if I can make friends or become a spectacle. Everyone's going to love you. You have to understand something. You know, Sierra Whiskey says, EVS has cats, plural. No, just one. Just one. Just one cat, one animal. I had two animals. I had a rabbit named Vanilla Bean, but Vanilla Bean passed on last month. You know, yeah, it's sad. Star Wars fandom is pretty polarized and all over the place at the moment, and it has been since its inception. The dark side continues to win over the light in some instances. But J.J. Abrams was not kidding when he compared the fandom to religion. When Daisy Ridley was getting ready to sign up for the part, back when the original movies hit theaters, fans would have to take out a piece of paper, a writing utensil or typewriter, an envelope, a stamp to comment on a movie. Now, one only needs an internet connection, thumbs, and a few seconds, which allows negativity to spread a lot faster. That makes things convenient. Love technology. Especially when you are hammering those thoughts home with big, giant hammer toe thumbs. F you, Kevin Berwick. Hammer toe thumbs. That's everything. I mean, people read this and they don't know what this dude's talking about. This whole website exists just to troll me. The whole website exists just to troll me. I don't understand it. I don't understand what other people must think when they read this. And we get it. But it's like every single time. And people send me these articles and it's just like, oh, look, they made fun of you again. All right, everyone. Over here, Graveyard Shift Volume 2 is up. Want to let you know it's brand new today. Oh, yeah, $35,000, John Malin. $35,311 for John Malin's Graveyard Shift Volume 2 graphic novel. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness this is working out pretty great. 29 days left. Let's give John a big first 48 hours. Let's give him a good kick out the door. Death Rattle says, EVS, they hate us because they anus. Because they anus. That's right. They don't like us because they're buttholes. I think that's what that means. Yes. Edgar Tarley says, well, Yeah, get woke, Ethan Van Bad. Jeff Steinka says, love Graveyard Shift. Got to get the t-shirt tier. Yes, please do. And Vasan Kasai says, hashtag Nipplegate. Yeah, I got to say, there's a little something going on here. A little something going on there. It's like you could tell Malin was focused. As an artist, he was focused. John only responds with a single exclamation point. Over here, we've got Jawbreaker's God King, which, by the way, Zach wrote with there's a 0 and a 1 here. So typing it, when you're searching for it on Google is a little bit more difficult. But, take the extra few seconds. Support this campaign. 100,000. It's at six figures, young lady. Six figures, young lady. $100,547. Very, very, very proud. Proud to be a part of this movement. Proud to be a part of this whole, onslaught against mediocrity. An onslaught against mediocrity. I did an interview today for a French magazine. I usually say no to interviews. I don't really want to do them. And I think they asked Zach too. I think they asked some questions because he said, Zach said, yeah, I got asked, I answered 6 questions for a French. I don't even think he said French. He just said did an interview for some magazine. And I assume it's the same thing that I did. It's got to be. So maybe it's going to be me and Zach in some French magazine called Valeurs Actuelles. Valeurs Actuelles. I'm from, that's the best French I can do. Valeurs Actuelles. Larry Romano says, did the interview smell like pit hair? I don't think so. I mean, it was over the computer. I didn't do it in person. It wasn't Charlie Hedo or Hedo. It wasn't anything like that. Sarah Whiskey says, man, this chat is so nice lately. Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Well done. Well done to you. Everyone here is full of love right now. Edwin Boyette says it was a bad idea. Well, let me read you the interview. It's only 6 questions. We got nothing else to do here. We've already been insulted by MovieWeb and Bleeding Cool. We got nothing else to do. Here's the questions. First question. Do you think comics have always been politicized, or is it a drift that has worsened in recent years? Now, I want you to ask yourself that question and think about what your answer would be. I say comics have always been political. It's hard to define a struggle between good and evil without some kind of social or political statement being made. But recently, comic creators have indulged in using established mainstream characters to grind their own personal political axis. Comics have gone from being subtle commentary on politics and current events to blatant partisan propaganda that insults half its audience. And that audience is right in here. Tired of being insulted. And there's very little in the way of disciplined editorial management to rein in this impulse in this industry's far leftist writers and artists. Question number 2. With ComicsGate, you challenged the establishment. What is the situation of conservative or contrarian artists in the comics world today? Why would you call me contrarian? Why would you? I'm not contrarian. They're contrarian. I represent moderate, reasonable centrism. Everyone else is an a-hole. I've said that over and over again. All right, here's my answer. Conservatives join moderates, liberals, that's you guys, or anyone else who can clearly see the problem and speak openly about it in an industry-wide blacklist that pushes them out or to the margins of the industry. Because of this, there's a wet blanket of fear that discourages opposing the social justice warriors who are destroying the business. You can feel however you'd like to feel about the ugliness and mediocrity of modern comics, but discussing it will see you quietly shoved off the playing field at a time when paychecks are already shrinking and jobs becoming more scarce. Complaining about the unhinged identity politics you witness all around you will also likely draw the attention of a very strange network of rumor mongers and professional grievance merchants who will work hard on social media to label you a bigot and smear your name in the pop culture tabloid media. They're excellent at destroying people, not just industries. Not just industries. That's not what a contrarian would say. That's what I would say. How you doing, Hunter? You're not doing well? You're beat. Hunter, will you read this question here and I'll answer it? Question number 3.
What are the overall reactions of comic fans to the new minority superheroes and progressive stories?
I'm glad you asked. Reactions vary. Replacing a beloved legacy character like Tony Stark Iron Man with a black teenage girl, Riri Williams, seems intended to anger and annoy the fans. People want to read about the character they've been following, in some cases for 50 years. It's not lost on fans that Marvel Comics has set what seems to like a rather spiteful trap for them. They're demanding that longtime fans accept this replacement for the character you loved and do it in the name of diversity, or they're going to call you racist and a sexist because, as you can see, she's black and female. If you're unhappy with her, it must be because you're a freaking Nazi. Imagine a company emotionally manipulating their audience this way. Replacement diversity characters are clearly offered with perplexing amounts of disdain for the customer base that keeps the publishing arm of Marvel Entertainment afloat. And this doesn't seem to be a concern for the creators. In fact, it seems like the prime motivation. What's even more consistently bizarre is that the leftist audience that these characters and books are being made for tend to applaud their existence, but then fail to purchase and support them. People seem happy to know there are more gay superheroes, yet nobody wants to read about them. Sales plummet. And that's the inevitable end result of trying to market comics to a tiny fraction of a diminishing audience in an industry that's spiraling downwards. Rather than try to offer big books with mass appeal, they aim for tiny demographics based on the surface traits of their hoped-for readers. And when that readership doesn't show up, they try again. No lessons are being learned. No adaptations are happening because this isn't about money anymore. It's about politics. Thank you. Hunter, you want to read number 4?
What are the motivations that push publishers to promote these progressive characters and stories? Ideological, financial, or others?
Thank you. I'm glad you asked. Hunter, you're doing a good job.
Oh, thanks.
Social justice warriors are motivated purely by their own rigid ideology and their desire for control. It isn't about money. If it were, they'd find themselves obsolete, a hindrance. So it's never a good idea to hire these people. They'll worm their way into your business and immediately begin forcing terrible business decisions on your company by emotionally blackmailing everyone around them and then dominating human resources. People in comics who aren't politically driven are simply trying to put their own virtuousness on the public record. They'll be rewarded with glowing news articles in the press, maybe a trophy and a photo op with some heinous leftist political organization. What do you think of that? True or false? Your dad is spitting truth. All right, go ahead. Here, what's number 5?
In this phenomenon...
No, try again. You said in this. That's is. You need your glasses.
I didn't go to college. Is this phenomenon a symptom of the growing threat of political correctness affecting the United States and its culture today?
I'm glad you didn't go to college. You actually learned a practical skill, fixing cars, and you weren't indoctrinated and turned into some communist weirdo. You're a real man, Hunter. You've become a real man, okay? Everyone else, they go to school, Hunter. Boys who look like you go to school and come home dressed like some transgendered Thundercat. And I'm so glad that you didn't. Proud of you every single day.
Thanks.
Every single day. All right, so the answer to number 5. Political correctness is a growing threat for many reasons, but it means absolute destruction for the elements that excite people about comic books. When it comes to the subversive, sexy, and violent nature of the best comic books, imposing PC culture means no sales, no interest, no fun. People don't want to pay to be henpecked and lectured by arrogant, perverted moralists when they're trying to enjoy a comic book about a physically perfect super being fighting a giant robot from space. That's $5 they could have spent on something that didn't insult them, like this super chat. The comic book industry needs to wake up to this fact if it isn't already too late. All right, number 6.
Is this trend a danger for artistic creation? And how do you fix it? Independent publishers, crowdfunding?
Okay. Obviously, it's terrible. $20 for Hunter. Pass this along to Hunter. He's a nice young man. Good job, Ethan. Where's my wallet? There you go. There's a 20.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Yeah. All right, so don't tip him anymore because I only have like $100 in my wallet. where was I? Oh yeah, obviously it's a terrible artistic creation to worry about displeasing the social justice mafia that gatekeeps this industry. Second guessing every aspect of your comic book for hidden microaggressions or trigger words is a pathway to creating a bland pamphlet that nobody wants to buy or read. So the only safe path is to deliberately seek to appease these people. At least that's the way it used to be. A rebellion has formed from within the industry called ComicsGate. Using crowdfunding, ComicsGate seeks to rescue what was once fun about comic books from the clutches of social justice. Paying customers interact directly with the artists, circumventing interference from industry forces that would normally be able to stifle us. But this hasn't been easy. Richard C. Meyer, a prominent voice within ComicsGate, attempted to publish his book Jawbreaker's Lost Soul through a small independent company after raising $460,000 on Indiegogo. Former Marvel Comics hack writer Mark Waid called this publisher and allegedly threatened him, which may have been the reason the publisher broke the contract with Meyer. ComicsGate responded once again, using crowdfunding to raise $120,000 to sue Waid for tortious interference. So the legal battle that's going on right now. A warning to other industry hobgoblins that might try similar tactics to prevent us from making our own comics. It's entirely worth the money. After being bullied from the industry for being an outspoken Republican, I myself raised $860,000 for my new comic book, Cyberpunk Blood Honey, which stood for a while as the largest crowdfunded comic book of all time, but will soon be overtaken by another conservative creator, Doug TenNapel, and his Earthworm Jim graphic novel. The industry is eyeing all of this with hateful envy, but we will continue to push forward. Comic books are an important art form, too important to allow them to disappear forever, because they're unscrupulous, temporary custodians. We're angry that they lost an election. Thank you. You're not clapping, it's just me. Thank you. All right, very good. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate that. That is my interview with the French. They're going to have to translate that into Francais. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And I think Zach did something too. I love it. I love talking about ComicsGate. Jedi Sage Monk says, fake diversity-loving SJWs aren't buying comics. We are. Shouldn't they be financially supporting their own agenda? Of course they should. Edwin Boyette says, Hunter is making your voice sound soy-based in contrast. F you, Edwin Boyette. I am entirely high tea, and you know it. Kyung Lee says, GS2 backer number one, baby. Mail and militia, get in there. Yeah, I backed Graveyard Shift at the $75 level. Very proud of doing so. John Malin is an extraordinary artist, and absolutely, I've been waiting for this. Graveyard Shift is one of my favorite ComicsGate projects. It's one of my favorite stories. I really, really love it. I love the characters. I love the idea. It's fresh. It's exciting. It's so inviting to me. Let's see. Your boy Zach is a werewolf. Edwin Boyette laughs at me cursing him out. Sierra Whiskey says, Graveyard Shift 2. Get it, get it, get it. Get in the boat and row for John Malin. $35,861. You guys are doing just that. Jawbreakers God King. $100,547. You got to support this book. Oh, you have. Thank you guys for buying more copies. $100,607 as this campaign moves forward. Yeah. A lot of people go, Ethan, why are you drunk when you... I don't drink. I barely ever drink. I just don't do it. I found a video, though, on YouTube of me at a Darkness concert in 2013. You know the band The Darkness? And I was trashed. I think I had 14 beers. And I'm at the Amos South End in Charlotte, North Carolina, watching The Darkness. I'm in the crowd. Maybe I'm like third from the front, wobbling around. And, Justin Hawkins, the lead singer, points me out. And he's, I said, hey, thanks for being here, Justin. I'll let you see. And then I sing. And I found somebody taped this. Somebody taped this and put it on YouTube. So you can see what I'm actually like when I am inebriated. And it's nothing like I am now. It's not anything like it. Watch this. Wait, what is this? That's not it.
Nice bender. Just glorious benders in the audience. I love them.
That's me.
We love you, buddy. Oh, I love you too. I love you too, sir. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us. Just that man there.
Thank you. So that's me when I'm, that's me when I've had a few. I thought it was pretty good. No, that's not me on the stage. That's the lead singer of The Darkness. Yeah. He's not wearing my pants. These are not my soy pants. You guys aren't understanding what I'm talking about. You rarely do. Dark soy. Thank you. Ray from New Jersey says, great work. Thank you. I appreciate it. Finally, someone appreciates my hard work. Michael Roth says, tried Cena Grace's Ghost comic because I thought it might be like Ghost Whisperer. Got too bored to continue on page 4. Yeah. What is Cena Grace's Ghost comic? Is he writing the Ghost for Dark Horse, that book, or what? I don't even know what Cena Grace is doing. I don't know. That's not me on stage, guys. And I don't believe you don't like The Darkness. Mr. CPU says, Mitch sent out a backer update. He did? I didn't get one, and I'm a backer. What was his backer update? Let's find out. I did not receive whatever Mitch sent out. And I feel like I deserve it. Maybe he thinks that I don't deserve it, though, because, I'm part of ComicsGate. I'm on the inside. It's not necessary to send me things. Wow. Mitch's Red Rooster. Hold on. Let's share this as well. Mitch's Red Rooster got to 190,000. Is it still going? Hold on here. Let me look. It is. It's still in demand. Red Rooster Golden Age. $190,847. 3,417 backers. That's not bad. Where's the update? Red Rooster rides on. Red Rooster art keeps rolling. More pages are being developed every day, getting us even more excited to bring the adventure to life. Have you moved? Have you moved? By the way, this is true. I want everyone to understand this. People ask me all the time, like, what do? I moved. You can go in and change your order. As we get closer, we're beginning preparations for fulfillment. We encourage you to make sure your address is up to date. Keep an eye out for updates. There will be more great art to share and many new characters and stories to introduce as we approach the finish line. And here we have Red Rooster on his motorcycle with a dog and his tongue hanging out. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's it. I didn't receive any other updates. You guys got stuff? Yeah. Red Rooster is a fast food franchise in Australia. That sounds delicious. Yeah, Byron Prather says, who uses the mail? Justin McClure says it looks gay. It doesn't look gay. Everyone needs a 6-foot cockle-doodle-doo, says Sinbad the Pirate. They got Tonsil Chunk says, in mail, update postcard. Oh, you know what? I probably haven't updated my mail. This is probably going to my old address. Remember that embarrassing thing where I clicked on one of the tiers and my old address popped up and I doxed myself, my old address? I had everybody laughing at me over that. It's not funny. Eldrick7777 says, look in your junk folder. Was it digital or was it real? Was it like physical? Agas says, I'm waiting on Ravage too. I got Ravage. You guys saw what I got. My Ravage was ravaged. It lived up to its title. Ron John says, is Hunter musically talented like his dad? Hunter, you want to come over here and play a little guitar?
I'm all right.
He says, I'm all right. That wasn't a question. I wasn't asking if you were well. It wasn't like, hey, Hunter, would it make you feel better to play some guitar? That wasn't the question.
It would. But
your generation answers questions like that with like, I'm good. No, that wasn't the question. If you were feeling well or everything was okay, if you were good or bad. The question was, do this.
On tomorrow's live stream, I will.
Why do you guys do that? Why do you millennials talk like that?
I'm not a millennial.
What are you?
Gen Z.
Generation Z? Yeah. Red Serp says Hunter is cooler than his dad. What the hell? Imagine Alex says, nipple lover. I can't even read that. Something about nipples and John Malin. I don't even want to know if I want to read that. Yeah. Boomer intensifies the cracking of the sea. All right. Very good. Let's look at Graveyard Shift again. Graveyard Shift. People are really interested in the way that John Malin drew the pectoral development of this young lady. He did kind of get into it a little bit there. I really like this. This is awesome, man. This looks like Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee when they were in their prime with better coloring. I love the reds and blues. And I'm going to need a new colorist soon because I know Kyle is not going to be able to color Rainbow Brute. I know he's not going to. And by the way, Zach is doubling down on that. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Zach's like, you lost him. You lost Kyle Ritter. He's got Star Blades. That's going to make $250,000. He's not going to come back and color nothing. Well, I need a new colorist then. Yeah, I don't want to hold Kyle Ritter back. And yeah, I'm a little insecure about it. Hunter, you know what I do now on my show? I get emotional. Like I get angry. What I do is, I'm getting angry now.
Your question, you got very angry. You're like, I didn't ask if you were okay. I asked you one thing. Like, would it cheer you up? Like, yeah, it would cheer me up, but like, I don't want to right now. Like,
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow when I tune my guitar.
No, I'm not saying that. Hunter, that's fine. You don't have to play your guitar right now. I'm just saying a new thing that I do on my YouTube channel is I get angry. Like I'm talking to myself. I'm not even talking to other people. They can hear me talk. There aren't other human beings in the room. And as I talk, this is who I've become. As I talk, the things that I'm saying get me like increasingly angry at myself and at imaginary people and situations. And that's crazy, isn't it?
As long as you don't take it out on me.
Where's my belt? You know, yeah, it's just an interesting thing. It's a new way of communication. Is to just get more and more angry as you're talking about slight annoyances. All right, so John Chidester says, can you denounce your generation? I am a millennial on the Generation Z edge. You can denounce them. I'm not going to denounce Generation X. I like Generation X. You know, I'm proud of us. I think we did pretty good for the most part. Diversity in Comics says, how come Malin is always drawing these skinny-ass guns? Do they shoot paper clips? Are they skinny? I don't know if that's a skinny barrel. Hunter, come look at this gun and tell me what you think of this. Now, they're talking about these guns being skinny. Do they look skinny? Those guns would shoot. What do you think?
A 9.
They look like 9s. 9mm?
I mean, this dude's from Detroit and you can't even draw a picture of a gun.
Oh. Is John Malin from Detroit? Oh, he is from Detroit. It says right there. Hunter just totally threw shade at John Malin. And it was pretty effective. He said John Malin's from Detroit and he doesn't know how to draw a gun. Johnny Midnight says Rage Against the Poo in Pools. Yeah, I had a problem with that last night. Charlie's London says, hey, Ethan, don't believe the SJW rubbish that only adults care about ComicsGate. Kids I teach were talking about it. The next generation are sick of this rubbish too. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I don't know why Hunter roasted John Malin the way he did. John Malin's practically on fire right now. He just did it casually. Hunter needs Hunter has his own YouTube channel, by the way. If you want to subscribe to Hunter's channel, he's at Mechanic Pro Secrets.
I'm not on that anymore. I'm usually on my Instagram instead.
Yeah, but that is your YouTube channel. Are you going to use it ever again?
Probably not. I do stuff on Instagram instead.
Oh, Hunter's on he's on Instagram. Yeah, so you can follow him there. Sketch Therapy says, good roast, bravo, young Skyver, bravo. Edwin Boyette says, I'll remind him tonight periodically during Drawn and Quartered. Well, John Malin was in here for a little while. I don't know if he's in here still. He might be crying right now. He's not crying. $36,426 for Graveyard Shift Volume 2. John Malin is rejoicing right now. Albino Thunderbun says, Hunter has some serious bulls to throw shade at Malin. Well, there you go. Yeah. Dynamo says, I heard he's from the suburbs, though. Most likely. John Malin's most likely from the suburbs. It's true. Jay Conan says Tucci's guns. Yeah, Billy Tucci can draw guns, though. Billy Tucci knows how to draw guns. All right, let's see how Jawbreakers is doing. Oh, still the same. Are you guys backing Jawbreakers? I'll bet everyone in here has already backed Jawbreakers. But if you haven't yet, you know, make sure that you do. It's important. John Malin eats kale. He eats kale. Uh-oh, Malin is here. Malin Militia. All right, guys. Well, hey, I'm going to go at 9 o'clock. I'm going to take an hour break where I'm just going to lie on the floor and cry by myself. And then at 9 o'clock, I'm going to get up and do crowdfunding comics on Billy Tucci's channel, Crowdfunding Comics. I'm going to take over that show today, and I'm going to try to behave like a good host. Hold on. Let me just make sure I've read all the super chats. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Some of you guys are like, bye. Well, slow your roll. Stay here. I need you. I need you. All right. Well, let's go over these super chats together and just make sure I read them all. I'm leaving the sharing. I'm leaving the screen share on. You guys can double check. And if you see that I've missed one, just let me know. General Devereaux says, hail, and then peace, love, and frogs. Dioscuro, $1. Thank you. Trevor Bruce, $1. Thank you. Unhinged Crank says, hail Caesar, hail Wolf Milk. Run from Snake says, I see you have Cyberfrog, but do you have Battletoad for the Wii? No. And was that the meme asking people if they have Battletoads for the Wii? I can't remember what that was. That was a couple years ago. Steps in Gold. Oh, Steve Sefner, thanks for joining. Steps in Gold says, Quartering's vid on Brie is very interesting. I find that hard to believe. Just kidding. Hatch450SX says, but there is no money in comics, right, Marvel? Death the Bleeding Cool says, Jay Gat. Vader's Force Ghost says, EBS is a mega level artist. El Guapo Comics says, here's some money towards taking down Bleeding Cool. I'm going to take them down. Down goes Bleeding Cool. They're going to belong to me. I'm going to buy all the leftist websites, and I'm going to use them for ComicsGate. Micah D, by the way, I'm not kidding about that. I'm going to. Maybe not Bleeding Cool, but get ready. Micah D2 says, got to go EVS. Trump is coming on. Keep kicking soy butt. Unhinged Crank says, when do we get to audition for the open spot on High Council? Oh, yeah. I didn't talk about this. Your boy Jeremy quit yesterday. Well, we knew he was going to quit. Should I talk about this now or should I make a video? I feel like I'd make a video about this. You know, lately when I make comic book related videos, they get really good views. I was talking about this. Like, Star Wars stuff is really boring. I mean, Star Wars is so boring right now. But when I talk about the comic book industry coming to an end, I get like 45,000 views in like a day. That's a lot of views. People want to hear me explain why the comic book industry is dying. You know. Yeah. People are saying now. No, I didn't miss your super chat. I'll get to it. David Sutherland says, thanks for your awesomeness. Matt Horkin says, Daisy Ray isn't not hot. They just present her wrong. Alan Walker says, Uncle E can't wait for Cyberfrog. Grand Inquisitor says, Emperor Palpatine did nothing wrong. Daniel Parker says, Disney is doing to Star Wars what Hasbro did to the Transformers in the 80s, killing off favorite characters to make room for new ones. Crazy Manor 2003 says, holy crap. Ted Lehman, did you mean to do that? He says, I can draw guns. Check out Flying Fortress on Indiegogo. $300 super chat. Holy Toledo. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ted Lehman. I'm here to tell you, you can draw guns. You can do whatever you want to do. It's every now and then you get like a really nice super chat, and it's like, thanks very much. And it stops everything. You have to go, oh my God, Ted Lehman, you're the man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. All right, so Slider Hype says, GS2 is the gold standard for tier presentation. Slider Hype says, page 1 line art of Star Supreme is almost done. CG Delta launches the Deltaverse collab channel this weekend. It's so damn good to be an indie. John David says, my ooey gooey butter pie was good. Cracklin says, my theory, Leia will sacrifice herself to resurrect Luke through the Force. John David says, I bought it in your honor. K-Boss says, is it possible to see the coins again? Zoom 1975, new member. Jake Foley, hard not to be vicious when you're called a misogynist for not liking the damn Space Wizard movie. Unhinged Crank says, you missed my super chat, but I think I got it by now, Unhinged Crank. Just scroll back and just see. There it is. Okay, that's the audition for, okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm going to look at the Cyberfrog Wikipedia character section. I think we should do that. People working out. Okay, got that. Peter Mayer loves my voices. You like the soy voices I do? Ethan works hard on fitness pie in his mouth. I don't even have any pies, guys. You could go upstairs and look at it. There are no pies in the house. XX username unknown. Thanks for joining the channel. Richie W is a new member. Thank you. Twitter Trash joined. I'm a big fan of his work. Cute Nerd says this interview doesn't feel like a hit piece. I don't think it is. I think that it's a conservative French magazine, you know. So I'm not worried about it. They said we're a conservative French magazine. I don't know what that means. But I trust them. I don't care. I'll talk about ComicsGate with anybody now. You know what I mean? I'm so proud of ComicsGate. I'm proud of what it means. I'm proud of what it represents. There's nothing I've done or said that I'm ashamed of. I'm happy to talk about it with anybody. And they can say he's the white supremacist Nazi, but they're the ones who are lying. I'm not going to lie. You know, I'll tell the truth. I stand in my truth because it is the truth. I'm proud of you guys. And yeah, sure, I'll do an interview if I have time. Unhinged Crank says, Hunter, what's the deal with all those chicks you bring to the pool? You want to answer that question?
Why not?
He says, why not? Jake Foley says, Hunter has the voice of a man's man. Let's see. Jedi Sage Monk says, fake diversity loving SJWs aren't buying comics. Oh, wow. Vince Garrett says, when Earthworm Jim breaks $1 million, 7 figures, madam. Yeah, and it's going to happen. I haven't looked at it recently. Are we at 800 yet? Let me look. Earthworm Jim. Oops, spelled it wrong. Earthworm Jim. No, we're not at it. Okay, $741,456. Yeah, I think if he leaves it up, excuse me, I think if he leaves it up for, I don't know how it's moving, but I think if he leaves it up for 2 or 3 months, you know, it might get up there. You know, especially if he does a lot of promotion. I don't know. Let's see. Dark Bobcat says to answer, I'm fine. I'm fine. Johnny Midnight says rage against poo and pools. And Rodrigo Beltran, thanks for $1. Todd Lehman, thanks again for the gigantic super chat. Gawker's Death Rattle says, please give a quick update on Cyberfrog. Anticipating. Cyberfrog's at the printer right now. We are getting, here's the situation. We're getting the team up fist bump cover. We're getting those right away. Those are easy because they're not chromium covers. And I'm, you know, some people say, well, do you want to fulfill those first? No, I don't know if I want to fulfill those first or not, because then the chromium backers are going to get upset. The chromium covers are taking a long time to come in. So if I fulfill the fist bump covers right away, the chromium cover people will say, what the hell? Why are we being mistreated and abused? Because, you know, we backed first, so we should get ours first. That's not a discussion that I want to have. But I will show them in any case. You know, I'll show them. I would like to, I guess, fulfill them when they're all together. And that's the situation. Now, I should be getting my galley copies of Cyberfrog Blood Honey, you know, on Monday or Tuesday. You know, so that's the thing. Yeah, wait for Chromium. Yeah, I just feel like the Chromium people should get theirs first, and then we'll roll them all out together. But Chromium has to go first. So Unhinged Crank, Cream Pie. Juicy J says, find any poop in your pool. It's an epidemic. I'm telling you, it's disgusting. Who is doing it? Who is doing this to swimming pools? Arnie Jordan says, Earthworm Jim, that is crazy. $750,000 on crowdfunding. It's common. We're gonna do a lot more of that. I promise you, we're gonna do a lot more of that. Cyberfrog Blood Honey right now is up to $860,000. With its campaign, and I'm gonna get that to $1 million too. We discussed an idea about that today. We discussed an idea to get Cyberfrog Blood Honey to $1 million pretty quick, and that's gonna be awesome. Can we get a High Council or ComicsGate shirt? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. What time am I doing Tucci show? 9 o'clock. I don't know. All right. So let's cut this off here, and then we'll go over and do Tucci show. I'm going to take a little break. I feel like jumping in the pool. It's 100 degrees out right now. It's crazy. Gawker's Death Rattle says, thanks for the update. No problem for the Shiny and Chrome people getting their necessary love. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to show you everything. I mean, I think earlier in the show, I don't know if you were here, I showed off the trading cards, the bookmark, and the Vampirella lithograph, which is in. Now, all the Vampirella books are already in. They were easy to do. They were easy to put together. The Cyberfrog book is just a little bit trickier to put together. But like I said, we're going to have galley copies on Monday. Now, we're printing up 250 galley copies. These are literally going to be the first printings. And all they say, it's Cyberfrog Blood Honey, but the cover is white. It's pure white. It has the logo on it. And it says something like preview copy or something like that. We got 250 of those, and they exist to meet my satisfaction. I'm going to open them up and just make sure they're good enough to go, ready to slam out the rest of them. Shouldn't take long once I approve it. Then we're going to have these 250 like preview copies. I'm going to sign them, and we're just going to add them to another Cyberfrog campaign. Oh, also, for people who are asking about this, today is the day that we finalized. We are doing the complete Cyberfrog, the complete 90s Cyberfrog trade paperback. We have so much stuff coming out. We're going to do this complete Cyberfrog 90s trade paperback. We're putting it together. So it's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon, like really soon. Let's see. John David says Venus, City of the Dead on Indiegogo. Yeah, it's a good. That's a really good book. So lots of stuff, like 200-page book, 200-page Cyberfrog book. Make it a hardcover. We could do that. We could do whatever you want. We'll crowdfund it, and we'll I don't know. Maybe we could do soft covers and hard covers, and you could choose, and then the price would be different. So good stuff. Let's see. Destruction 89 says, can we crowdfund an actual galley? Yeah, so I'm going to take the 250 galley books, and I'm going to sell them on Indiegogo. They're going to be a tier. It's going to be like a limited tier. We've got 250 of these. They're going to be this price. They're all signed. If you want one, you can buy one until the 250 run out. And that's going to be the plan for the galley comics. But those will not be available until Cyberfrog Blood Honey is completely fulfilled. And then we've got another plan to kind of quickly boost this, make enough money to push this to $1 million. We want to be able to say Cyberfrog is $1 million campaign, and all the while we're doing this, Rainbow Brood is happening. And by the way, we've decided we finalized the name. It's going to be called Rainbow the Brute. Rain spelled REIGNBOW. Rainbow the Brute. I don't want to get there. I got all these warnings about what happened to the Garbage Pail Kids. I don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with stupid lawsuits. So Rainbow the Brute is, so separate. Like, it sounds completely different than Rainbow Bright, but we'll make the really small, so it looks like Rainbow Brute at the same time. I think that's what we're going to do. Otherwise, the other idea is Rain Bro. But Rainbow Brute, we're going to get in trouble. I know it. We're going to get sued. And that's just going to be the thing. So Rainbow, not Rain Bro the Brute. That's too much. Just Rainbow the Brute. So his name is Rainbow. Yes, absolutely. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. Come back to the crowdfunding channel, crowdfunding comics channel at 9 o'clock. I will be there being a good host, teaming up with someone else to promote someone else's Indiegogo. It should be cool, and I hope to see you guys there. And thank you for all the super chats. Thanks for your generosity. Thanks for joining this channel. You guys are the best. Please watch my video today about Dwayne Johnson and Idris Elba say no to Black James Bond. It's a pretty good video. It's doing real well. Also, watch my video, NPC Comic Pros are beginning to realize it's over and they're scared, featuring a thumbnail with a man pooping his pants. Probably the most effective thumbnail I've ever done in my life. Everybody loves seeing people poop. I don't understand why. 53,000 views in just less than a day. It's great for me talking about comics for 32 minutes. It's incredible. DJ Nutsack says, Gen X, aka the forgotten generation. Also the generation that raised soy boy millennials. I didn't. My kid's not a soy boy. I'm only responsible for myself. All right. Anyway, thanks everyone. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.